start by dropping into our hearts and bringing us all together. So just closing down our eyes, placing our hands on our hearts, and taking a really big, deep inhale, filling up your body, feeling the air flow through your body, and then just letting go. And one more time, inhaling. And then releasing, letting go. Just feeling your heart in your chest, feel it beating. Feel the weight of your body sitting on your chair or the floor or wherever you are. And just become really present. Tap into how you feel, your intention for this call. Listen to my heater start up because it's really cold here. And when you're ready, just coming back and opening up your eyes. Wow, it's truly an honor to see each and every one of you here. I've missed a lot of you and it's really good to connect. I was enjoying seeing all of your faces, but I'm just gonna have to deal with seeing mine at the moment. If you're wondering what I'm holding, this is a rainbow obsidian. It's got a love heart in the middle, and it was gifted to me by, oh, you can kind of see. It was gifted to me by a shaman in Mexico where I went and learned shamanic breathwork. And I asked him cheekily to teach me something, and he said, share your wisdom and share your knowledge. Don't hold on to that energy and just share what you know. And for me, that really resonated because I know a lot of stuff and one of my struggles is sharing it. And this is one of my intentions for today's call is I want to share with you my wisdom, my experiences with you all in hopes that it will help you to live a life that you all want to live, because that's what I'm passionate about. I've always been passionate about just doing whatever the fuck you want in life, like living your life. I hated being told to get a job. I hated being told what to do. I was like, no, I want to live my life on my own terms, and I have done since I can remember. And yeah, I just wanted to share with you that it is possible to do that. One thing I really struggled with was money. Growing up, I realized I could be rebellious, I could wear black, I could dye my hair, but at the end of the day, money, I realized, really allowed me to live the life that I really wanted to live. So I've always looked for ways to make money while having my freedom to do what I want, which is why I want to share this incredible experience I came across called Breakaway and Enagic. And hopefully all of you have watched the web class and you know a little bit more about it. But today I just wanted to, share my experience and how it can help you to live the life that you all want to live. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to share this with everybody. Am I still working for everybody? Can everybody still hear me? Yay!
Yeah.
So far, so good. Absolutely perfect.
Perfect. That's what I love to hear. All right, so I don't know how this is going to work with everybody. I might just call on a few people and hopefully that works. So I asked everybody to write down their dream life. And I would like some of you to share that with me, because I truly, truly believe, and it's something I'm passionate about, is helping people to live their dream life. Like, there's nothing in the world that says you can't achieve and live the life that you want to live. And writing it down actually really helps solidify it. So I just wanted to help you all tap into the type of life you want to live, because that's what I want to do. I want to help support you in creating the life that you truly want to live. So I'll share mine. I've got mine written down somewhere. I should have brought it, but anyways, I know it off by heart because I daydream about it all the time. But yeah, so for me, my dream life is to live in a beautiful house by the ocean, filled with beautiful light, surrounded by nature, and just really connecting back to Mother Earth and being surrounded by animals and life, and just helping people to really come into their own power, to really help people step into their life purpose. And I want to have a huge collection of muscle cars. I'm so excited for that. And yeah, just to live in the flow of life, to travel wherever I want, whenever I want, to be truly free to connect and express my true soul's desires. So that's my dream life. I'd love to hear some of yours. I'm going to call on Katherine.
Hey guys, I'm a disembodied. I don't know if it's really...
If you want now, Katherine, when you're speaking, maybe you could start your video, because that's way more fun for everyone.
Okay, so I'm not a disembodied ghost voice. There we go. Hi. Hi, I'm Katherine. So a bit about me, so my dream life makes sense. I'm 42 and a mother of an 11-year-old boy who has quite profound autism. I was a solicitor for much of my life until the time that it became obvious that my son really needed a lot of work, and so I then went into bodybuilding to help him with a few things, and so gave up the law. I've sort of had a bit of a piecemeal career since then. I have been a pro bodybuilder, but that is kind of on hold at the moment, given everything that's going on. And I guess my dream life it's a little bit similar to Midnight's in that I come from a hereditary line of witches, and so I have a lot of psychic abilities. I read a lot of cards and things like that, and I would like to, again, live close to the earth, spend a lot of time being able to pass messages on to people. But mainly the big thing for me is to make a huge difference in my son's life so that he can reach his personal best. And that's always been my my goal. I think, when you have a child, that becomes your goal to a degree, especially when it's someone special like Jeb. And I want to be able to give him the opportunity to not have to be fit into a square box by society. I want to give him the freedom to do the things that he can do due to his special superpowers. So he loves the earth and he loves the sunshine. He loves seeing new things, and he sees the beauty in the tiny little finite things. And so I want to give him the opportunity to do that. And like as Midnight says, it takes money to do that sort of thing. I want to be able to take him to places like Scotland and let him see the castles that, his ancestors came from. I want to take him to Africa so he can see how other people live. I want to give him an education of being a global citizen, because I think that, especially in this current climate, once we can travel again, is really important that we understand how the rest of the world lives. And I'm blah, blah, blahing on, but that's, where I see myself going, and I want that freedom economically to be able to do that for him.
Wow, that is such a beautiful dream. Thank you so much for sharing. And I have no doubt at all that you will be taking him all over the world and just being global citizens. I'm also going to come to Scotland with you guys. So that's
yay! I love that. We're going to go and stand in old castles and out of the moon. Yes!
So excited. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
That's right. Thank you. I'll turn off my video.
Thank you.
We'll miss you.
Lily, please come forth.
Alrighty. Hi everyone. So my dream life is always very similar to Midnight's. I have worked in resorts and in hospitality and tourism for like the last God knows too long, and in the current situation I have been let go of my job, and it's just made me go, right, time to take shit seriously. I do hope to buy like a bus or something, travel around. I want to see Australia and connect to her ancestors and really feel in all the energy of how they lived once and try and bring that into our communities, you know, try and live a more sustainable life. So I hope to find a nice bit of land with like my little creek so that I can grow my veggies and just do me and have people come and, you know, have a whole retreat so people can come and just connect and live in who they really are and just be themselves without any judgment whatsoever. I've always grown up, again, money's always been a big thing. I've grown up with a single mum who's only 18 years older than me, so we're like the same person almost, but beliefs of money have been totally whack out of this world. And as far as I'm concerned, this isn't the way we're supposed to live our lives. It's, you know, like Midnight said, you know, we've got to follow our callings and be who we truly are. That's where the magic comes from. So I just need the freedom to be able to do that and help people to do that and give them the space to be able to. So that's a bit about me.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I'm loving everybody that's come together. I think we're all just going to end up on some land, connecting to nature and traveling.
The way we need to be. We need to go back to our basics and just...
And being rich as fuck. Oh, amazing.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm actually going to call on one more person and then we'll dive straight into it. I hope that's okay with everybody. I'm just really, I love hearing people's like passion and desires to how they want to live their life because everyone has such beautiful dreams. So I'm going to call on Jack. Let's hear your dream life.
Is that me? Am I the Jack? Amazing. So I didn't get this homework, but I do think about this a lot. So I'm just going to tune in. At the moment, I feel like I'm pretty close to my dream life in a lot of ways. I feel really, really free. And I'm spending most of my time working on myself and helping other people feel inspired and feel like just empowering them to be kind of the best versions of themselves. And I'm doing that more and more every day at the moment. And really at the moment, I'm seeing that just people are really important to me and having a really strong community and a strong connection and inspiring other people and seeing sort of what they're capable of and feeling like in some way I've been able to help them on their journey is something that's really, really special to me. And lately that's been happening more and more. I mean, yesterday we invited someone else we introduced someone else to Enagic, and I just know how much of a huge impact that's going to have on their life. And I'm just still feeling just so positive about that. For me right now, like it's kind of tied to just being in service. And I feel like if I'm just helping people be the best versions of themselves by providing them opportunities or structures or frameworks that let them thrive, to me, that's a dream life. And any conditions really that I find myself in along the way that just help me do that more and more, that's perfect for me. So I feel really happy. I mean, even right now, like talking to all of you, this is amazing. I really, really hope that what we're going to go into more detail about in a moment and share more about is able to make a big difference in your lives. And you know, if it can do that, then I'll be pretty blissed out. I'll be pretty complete. So that's me.
Amazing. Does everyone feel called to share? I kind of want to really include everybody, and Alicia was just like, I want to share and I really want to hear everybody. So I think we can still fit in everything I want to talk about and hear your dream lives within less than an hour, which is what I wanted to do. So
can I just jump in and say quickly, I would really love to hear everyone's, but and I don't really want to restrict anyone, but just because there are quite a few people, maybe we can all share a little bit, but we might just make a slightly more condensed version. I still want to hear from all of you, but you know.
And I just want to see everybody too. It's so nice.
Totally.
All right, Alicia. I'm just gonna call you Alicia because that sounds cool.
Me, whatever you like.
And I want to see that robe.
Woo!
All right, let's do dream life.
My dream life is kind of interesting. I'm super spiritual, and I really appreciate everyone share, and it really hit close to home. My dream life is part of my shaman journey, really. I've been told by multiple psychics that my father wants to come back as my son. And also, yeah, I feel his presence every day, so that's part of my dream. And I study psychotherapy, phenomenology, and want to be a music therapist, but my dream is to be a singer and a musician. So I'd love to be living on a huge, huge block of land with my father coming back as my child, and drinking clean water, eating healthy, not smoking. You know, these are all my dreams, doing yoga every day, living a peaceful life. So thank you for letting me share.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I think we're all just going to live on some land together and drink dope water and be rich. So this is perfect. Oh, wow. Okay, Trav, your turn.
Hey everyone, I'm Trav.
Hey.
I guess I'm kind of half living my dream life, sort of. I do have the block of land. I work away at the moment, unfortunately, so I don't spend a lot of time on that land, but it is getting to a place, I guess, at this point where I am happy. I have my orchards covered, so no birds can get to my fruit. I have my bees, they're starting, so I love that. I have a new little hive that I'm putting together now. Yeah, so I guess dream life would be able to stay here and spend time on my place. I also would love to travel. Riding around Australia has been one of my dreams. I have ridden through the centre on a motorbike, which was awesome. But also, I guess, travelling overseas, and Africa is one of the places I'd really love to go, as well as Canada up into Alaska. And I guess one of the really, really good things I'd love to see is animals in the wild. Have always been one of my dreams. So, yeah, things are slowly getting together. If I didn't have to work away, then things would be even better, I guess. But we're getting there.
Yeah, you'll get there for sure. Amazing. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. So I think we're all just going to move to Travis's land. This is all coming together perfect. All right, Ma, please share your dream life. I miss you dearly. I miss you a lot.
Yes. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's so good to be here. My dream life is also a house by the ocean. But the thing is that one thing that is very calling me is that I work in university, and I feel always pulled between two worlds, like the spiritual and the intellectual. And my dream is that astrology and an astrologer, so it can be back into the universities, and that the whole system changes to incorporate this wisdom. So we don't feel like outsiders anymore, like that you have to choose. I'm tired of choosing. Like I want to do both, to be a rational being and then also to be a spiritual and to bring meaning back to the whole system.
A whole system. I caught the last part of that, and I can piece together what you were saying. That is so beautiful, and I support that so much. It's very, very important. Wow, can everybody hear me? It's kind of frozen for me.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
You look great.
Thanks. Wow, my heart is like pounding. All of your energies and your dreams are just so important. Like they're all coming true. They're all coming to you. It's all happening. The fact that you're on this call, that you listened to whatever it was that was inside of you to be on this call, like you're on the journey there. And I'm honored and blessed that I can help you guys achieve your dreams, because all of them are just my dreams too. They're all just so amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. Thank you all. Same, Ma. So good to see you again. Anyways, I'm going to dive right into it because this is important. So yeah, I forgot the whole coronavirus thing was happening today because my life hasn't really been affected by it. So when people were mentioning it, I was like, oh yes, that's a thing, which is why I love this opportunity so much. Out of all of the businesses I've seen, Enagic, Kangen, Breakaway has been thriving. It's an online income. People are looking towards their health more and more, so it ticks all of those boxes. And yeah, more now than ever, it's so important to reach out and try other new ways. And this is a business that you can become like a multi-millionaire in, which is something I love. Like you can just grow and grow and grow and grow from it. And yeah, as everybody said, like we need money to live our dreams. And this is an incredible vehicle that I've found that allows people to do that. Yeah, just by like supporting your health and helping other people, you can make money by doing that. And it's a new way, a new system, and all the old ways weren't working, and that's why we're at where we're at now, so all the new systems can come into place, and this is most definitely one of them. So yeah, Enagic. If anybody doesn't know what Enagic is, it is a company that produces medical grade ionizer devices. Jack will go into some more of information of that later, but anyways, basically by owning one of these machines for yourself, not only do you have access to incredible healing water, you also are investing in a business. So by having one of these machines, you can then like distribute them. So you don't have to, but we all here because we want that money, and it's an incredible opportunity to make that money through sharing these machines. So it's a commission-based thing, and I think I'll send a video to everybody on that because it can be a little complicated, but that is the basics. So you own some amazing healing water, and by sharing that and helping other people, that helps you with your online income. So it's like affiliate marketing, so to speak. And what Breakaway is a training platform, a community of incredible people, like such inspirational people who are just living their lives. And that's another thing. It's wild. It's such a wild community. So even if you're like, yes, I want to start a business, I want an online income, but you have no idea where to start or where to begin, you don't know how to run like Instagram ads or anything, Breakaway is the key. So it's a training platform. They teach you everything. There's courses on marketing, on the water, on anything you want to know. And there's also a community aspect where you're just surrounded by the most inspirational people who all value the same thing: freedom, health, abundance, just higher energy living. And just being a part of that community is life-changing in itself. Like they say, you become those that you hang out with the most. And seeing all these people in this group and chatting with them every week on the mastermind calls, I just feel so enlivened. And that's my job. That's how I learn. That's like incredible. Like it's fun learning how to run Instagram ads. It's fun like doing work stuff. Like it is fun and it's exciting. And you can't help but just grow yourself. Like it's a self-development business as well, which is something I love. Like you just can't help but grow in every aspect of your life. When I first came across Enagic, I always wanted an online business. I've been working for myself for a decade now, but there wasn't anything I really found that could allow me to make, one, this much money, to be surrounded by so many incredible people, and 3, to help me with my health. So it just ticked all the boxes for me. Yeah, sorry, someone just sent me something and it just threw me off track. So yeah, it ticked all the boxes for me. And when I came across it, I knew this is like the ticket out of the matrix, so to speak. But there was a part of me that was resistant to it. I watched many people who are now a part of Breakaway for about a year. I just like watched from the sidelines, and they started like traveling Hawaii, moving to Hawaii, buying a house in Hawaii. People were like cashing checks and making like hundreds of thousands of dollars within a year. And I just watched them do that because I was scared and I like wasn't listening to my intuition. But meanwhile, these people were like living epic lives. I was like, you know what? There is something in this. Like more and more people are just killing it. And even now, like now that I'm a part of it, it's so good to see more and more people like stepping up, making money and sharing this incredible opportunity. And I'm just so glad I started when I did. Yeah, it's just the best thing I've done for my health, for my bank, and for my mental health, and just being able to support other people as well. So I just wanted to touch on some of I had some limiting beliefs. Like I waited a year, that's a long time. I hope you guys don't waste all that time because I do regret that a little bit. But one of my things was, this is so much money to invest in. And that for me was coming from a lack mindset. I was like, oh, I can't do this. Money, like that's such little. It's like I was really in a lack mindset. But then I had to work through my own money mindset to come to a place of abundance. And just in doing that, just investing in myself, choosing to want to invest in myself, and it was a huge journey. And now I'm such a better person because of that. Like I've expanded because of that. Like my money mindset is so much better because I leaned into that resistance. And now that I look at it, it wasn't that much money to invest into my health. Like my body feels so good. My mental health, I can just think clearly. That in itself is just priceless. And it was also investing into a business. Like it's such a small amount to invest in to be able to make millions, to be able to have that freedom to do whatever you want in life. And looking back now, it's probably the easiest decision I've made. Another limiting belief was, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be one of those salesy type of people, blah, blah, blah. And while I get that, I don't like those salesy type of people, but I had to realize my dream is to help other people. My strengths are to help other people live the life they want. And in order to do that, you have to sell, like you do. Everything in life, you're being sold. If someone's trying to convince you to go for coffee with them, they're selling to you. So I had to reorganize my mindset on selling. And yes, while I am selling a physical product, I am also presenting and helping people with the opportunity, with a vehicle to be able to live an expansive life. Like that is so important. If I was like, oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to help people live their lives because I'm scared to present them something that could help them. So that was another huge thing that I had to overcome. And now I love it. Like this business isn't for everybody. I'll be honest, it isn't for everybody. But the water is honestly for everybody. And I stand by that 100%. Like, oh, it's just the best thing I've done for my health. So yeah, just overcoming those limitations myself, I've been able to grow as a person, which has trickled into other parts of my life. And I've been able to help other people do that. And my life has just, expanded so much because of that. And that's why I love this opportunity. It's just, you just grow. You just live an epic life and you just grow. You become an amazing person surrounded by even more amazing people. So yeah, that's my little experience and story about what Breakaway is, what Enagic is. Health is so important. It all starts with health. Health is our truest form of wealth, somebody once said. So yeah, just want to share that. And what H2O Alchemy is. So H2O Alchemy is a little group that Jack and I created. We're both life coaches. We both want to be in service to people. We are both very, very knowledgeable and experienced in helping people with things. So we wanted to create a little tribe, a community of just badass people living an epic life, whatever that may mean, even if that means just staying on your land or traveling the world, whatever you want to do, we want to be there to support you and help you like every step of the way. So H2O Alchemy is our little community. It's like a little branch off of Breakaway, I suppose, where Jack and I bring our skills, bring in incredible people, and we all just grow together as a community. So that's what Breakaway, Enagic, and H2O Alchemy is. And yeah, I'd like to hand over to Jack now to speak about the water and his experience with Breakaway and Enagic and anything else that he'd like to share.
Perfect. Thank you. Hey, everybody. I'm really happy to be talking about this. This is, yeah, okay. This really did change my life. It might sound a little bit ridiculous or like, you know, cliched or whatever, but it's a huge deal. And I think in a moment, I'm going to jump into like explaining specifically about why the machines are so good and like the science behind how it works, because I'm a geek and I just like got really into that. And I know that that's quite interesting to some people. But first, I guess I just want to talk a little bit about my own journey. And, you know, I had a lot of skepticism around all of this for a long time. I had a lot of skepticism around like, how can water actually make such a big difference? I used to just drink tap water and like not even care. I didn't even realize how not good tap water was. I really didn't know. And one day I had a friend and he just called me up and he's like, hey, I've got this water. It's called Kangen water. Do you want to try some? And I was like, yeah, it's just water, right? How good could it be? And I filled up this big bottle and I had like one cup of it. And I was just like, what is this stuff? It's like, anyway, I got this big container and for the rest of the week, I was just drinking just that water and nothing else. And it was like flushing my whole system and getting rid of all like the crap from the pipes and all the other stuff and like the tap water that I've been drinking for such a long time. And I felt like super powered. I felt like I had so much energy and was like just so clear, had so much clarity, and I felt so light. And I was like I was meditating and all these things and everything was just easier and I was clearer and I was like, what is happening? The only thing that I changed was the water that I was drinking. And and I really, 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 really couldn't believe that it could have had such an effect. And also it pointed out to me that obviously, therefore, for a long time, I'd been drinking water that had been kind of bringing me down to this level. And that was just my normal. And then I'd sort of had really amazing water. And it sort of showed me just how incredible I could sort of feel all the time. And it made me go like, hey, how did I get this far in life? If I'd been drinking this crappy water and feeling like this. And then I realized like, if I can drink this Kangen water from these incredible machines and how incredible that makes me feel, like life is just easier. I feel clearer and I feel more empowered and powerful. I'm just saying adjectives now, but it's just great. So that was me with like just the water. And I was like, okay, so this water is the shit, got it. And then I was like, I'll talk a little bit about my stuff with the business later. Because yeah, you know, Midnight wanted me to talk about the machines themselves. So Enagic is a Japanese company, and they make these Kangen machines, the machines that produce Kangen water. It's a electronically reduced, electrolyzed, ionized, and hydrogenized water, which, oh, and it's alkalized too, which is a whole lot of words. Basically, I don't know how much detail to go into here. I have a biomedical degree and I get like really, really technical and pedantic. And so I probably won't explain like how a redox reaction separates water into constituent components. I think that might be a bit much. But what I will say is basically, so the machines basically separate, we have like 8 sheets of titanium that's coated in platinum. Platinum, one of the rarest metals on earth and one of the most valuable. So your K8, the top of the range Kangen machine, has 8 of these sheets of these plates, and it passes the water through it in this really beautiful pattern. And then as it goes along the way, these plates activate the water as it travels along, and they separate it out and they take the crap out, and they concentrate the amount of kind of good stuff that's already present in the water as it goes through this thing. And it comes out of your tap as quickly as you turn it on. Like there's no lag. It's you turn on the tap and the water's coming out through the filter in like instantly. And what actually happens is along the way, as it goes along this thing, it pulls out a whole lot of ions, which actually makes the water, yeah, unlimited healing water. I love that. It makes the water alkalized, which is one of the good things it does. And I think a lot of you probably heard about alkaline diets, alkaline food, alkaline water, and it can be a bit of a, some people think it's a bit of a fad. I probably did too, till I started drinking it, until I felt the difference. And, you know, a lot of people say, you know, like for example, there's some famous quotes around how cancer cells can't survive in an alkaline environment. And so they actually use this machine. This machine is a medical grade ionization device. And that doesn't just mean it's high quality. It means they actually use this in hospitals in Japan. This water is used to treat cancer. The alkaline water that it can produce is the most alkaline water on the planet. There's no machine anywhere that can create alkaline water as powerful as this and go up to a pH 11.5. No other machine can do that. No other commercially available machine can do that. So they install these machines in hospitals in Japan, and they give people going through chemo, going through cancer, going through a whole lot of other diseases, this water, and it's part of their treatment, and it helps them heal and recover faster. And I have one of these devices attached to my sink in my kitchen.
I'm drinking it right now. My cats are
love that. I absolutely love that. By the way, it tastes just phenomenally good. I should say that as well. The first time I had it, it was like, all right, everyone who I've ever introduced the water to and they've had a sip, they're just like, this tastes like what water should taste like. And that's totally how it feels. It's like just so pure. It's like what water should be about. It's just completely light and clean and no taste, like no like pollutants or anything. It's just like, it's good water. You drink it and you're like, yeah. So another thing that it does is it actually produces hydrogen-rich water. And in fact, this is actually even better for you. And so Kath, you mentioned you did some bodybuilding stuff. I'm not sure if you're familiar with how incredible hydrogen water is, or hydrogen is as like even like a sort of a supplement in looking after your body, in tissue degradation, in terms of like muscle building, in terms of reducing breakdown of muscle tissue. Yeah, hydrogen is huge. And this water, the Kangen water, by going through this process, it actually increases the hydrogen in the water. Like obviously water is H2O, there's 2 hydrogens in there already. But the way that this process goes through, it actually takes some parts out, which increases the amount of hydrogen, molecular hydrogen, not hydrogen ions. Maybe that's getting too sciencey, but the good hydrogen. It increases the good hydrogen in the water. And that means that, you know, you start drinking it and it's actually healing your body on like a molecular level, and not just a bit. Molecular hydrogen is a big deal. Again, it's something else that they use to treat cancer. It's something that they give to elite athletes. They blast them with hydrogen because it makes them recover faster and feel better and all of that. Absolutely. I mean, it permeates the cell membranes, and I'm also going to go into more detail on, yeah, all right, that's a perfect transition. Who asked that question? Alicia, yes. So it actually, Kangen water also is able to penetrate cells more deeply, because usually the way that water exists, it's like a, this is like, you've got like the oxygen here and a hydrogen there and a hydrogen there. So H2O, H2O. This is like a 135-degree angle usually, so we'll just get imaginative. Now, in this package, there's like parts of this that are attracted to water and parts of it that are repellent, even within a water molecule. So water has its own weird dynamic with itself. Going through this process, through all of these platinum dip sheets, it actually changes how the water, not the structure of the individual water molecules, but the way that the different ones kind of fit together. And it does something called microclustering. And this actually means that instead of the water kind of being big molecules that are sort of attracting and repelling each other like this, they get very, very tight, and you get a concentration of the water in a tight kind of cluster, a tight little ball. Now, if you have a cell membrane, you know, all the cells in your whole body, they have a little wall, kind of little membrane around them, and they have a little hole in that wall, and that's how things get in and out, and we call that, yeah, you know, that's, yeah. I'm trying not to get too technical. Now, usually, if we say that the gap in this wall is, say, this big, maybe that's enough just for like one water molecule to just fit through. And that means that only so much can get in at a time, or maybe this much hydrogen or whatever. However, what happens is, because this water gets microclustered and it gets into this really tight ball, it means more water is able to fit through these gates, which are the same size. So the gates don't get bigger or smaller, but the water gets more dense, microclustered, which means it can actually pass through this transmembrane domain more easily. And that way it can actually, so we can say scientifically, yeah, I know I'm a geek, I'm sorry. So, but it just does mean that we can actually scientifically and completely accurately say that Kangen water hydrates your cells on a molecular level more than normal water. It is, to every single cell in your body, more hydrating than normal water. And obviously that's a good thing. That's going to give you so many benefits to recovery and health and fitness and vitality and, you know, clearing of toxins and all of this stuff. All of these factors are just absolutely massive. So I've got a little slide that I'm going to see how I go with pulling this up, and I really hope that this works. Can everyone see this okay? Maybe just say in chat if that's coming up all right. Yep, cool. Okay, great. It's a little bit small on my screen, so sorry about that, guys. But this is just a few of the things. So recently because I'm very, very critical and skeptical, even though I drank the water and was like, oh my God, this is so good, I still had to research exactly how. So every single one of these statements here, I actually have, and I took this slide, this is from a brochure that I made that I give to gyms, which I give to anyone who joins up with Breakaway with us as a resource. But so I actually got all of these studies. I did all this research. I went on to PubMed. I went into like the public health databases, and I went through all these articles, like hundreds maybe, because I'm a geek, of articles. And then I looked at the ones that I thought were really, really compelling and that I actually really believed. And like I analyzed the articles and made sure that they held up to my standards. And I was able to find all of these things about Kangen water specifically. And basically, some of this may not make sense, But reduction of oxidative stress, that means, right, this is antioxidant. I forgot about that too. So being hydrogen rich, being alkalized, Kangen water is one of the most powerful antioxidants on the planet. And oxidation is not what you want. Oxidation is what happens when like iron or metal rusts. That's oxidation. And that's happening in your body all the time. You're actually getting oxidized. So if you think about iron rusting and you think about that happening to your body, you probably don't want that. So having antioxidants, and especially having your very water being an antioxidant, is a really, really, really big deal. Now, I'm an athlete myself, so I'm really, really interested in like sports outcomes, but also in physiology. We say that exercise is one of the biggest physiological demands that can be placed on the human system. So if you look at how something affects sports performance, then it's a really good way to see how it amplifies how it will affect normal everyday function. So drinking Kangen water, I have found articles that proved very conclusively that increased exercise performance. It actually made athletes perform better, made them go longer, jump higher, all of these things just by changing their water. It also increases how much they burn fat. And like, honestly, who isn't interested in getting a little bit leaner, a little bit more shredded? And it even, because of the hydrogenation effects, because of like having the hydrogen rich water, it also that stops your muscles breaking down so much. So drinking this Kangen water also increases your muscle mass. It also, I'll just read through this quickly. I think you've already got the gist, but I'm just getting excited. Like, so being antioxidant, it also protects against Alzheimer's disease, which is a big deal, especially as everyone's living longer and longer these days. If we start drinking water now that protects us against Alzheimer's, that's a big deal, especially if you can introduce this water to your friends and family and make them healthier and more resistant to these diseases, and set them up with businesses and their own income streams. And that also helps your bottom line. It's all just so good. It's all just so linked, and I just love it. Kangen water increases fertility and lifespan and makes you less anxious and just all of these things. And if you're interested, I will send anyone who wants, and can you see me again? Wait, am I side on? Let me shake this away. Am I the right way up? There we go. So all of these things I actually have the articles for. So if anyone wants to read any of that stuff and be like, is this real? Let me see the paper. Let me know, and I'll send it to you. All of these things are taken from scientific journals. So I'm a science geek, so I'm like, yeah, this is legit. Cool. Anyone who's interested, contact me now. I just read some of the comments. I couldn't see them when I was in there. I don't want to rust. That's very funny. Yeah, so shoot me a message before or after, whatever, and I'll shoot those links through you too. Is there anything else that I want to say? Oh yeah, cool. I'll also say quickly, Enagic makes other products. It makes the best shower filters ever, and it has this turmeric supplement, which is actually grown in Kangen water. So it's a very, very, very powerful turmeric supplement. I don't know if we'll talk about that now. That might be outside the scope of this discussion, but Enagic makes other awesome products too. And if you buy any of them, you're able to distribute all of them. So it's a really, really big deal. And like, there's one that's a shower filter. It's like the best shower filter on the planet, and I really miss it. Oh yes, absolutely. I just see a question. So the machine is very portable. We took it to Bali. We put it in a plane. We put it in our carry-on, and it's like 30 by 30 centimeters or something like that. It weighs about 6 kilos, and yeah, it's really, really straightforward. It takes about 2 minutes to attach to any tap. You literally just like put it on the bench top, unscrew a part of the sink, screw the machine on, plug it into the wall and turn it on. You turn on the tap and the water comes through. It's just like that. You know, I've got a beach house. Every time I come down to the house, you know, every time we go from one place to another, we bring the machine every time. We just pick it up, unplug it, carry it down, mainly because I can't be with that Kangen water because it's so good. No, you don't have to replace the plates. You need to do, like, it's got its own inbuilt cleaning cycles and all of this stuff. So you run a cleaning protocol every couple of weeks, depending on how frequently you use it or how many people in your house. And you don't need to replace the plates unless something happens or you break it. And even then, you know, I had a fault with my machine, and the company Enagic, they sent me a replacement part absolutely free of cost within like 2 or 3 days. So yeah, it's all fine. These machines, you can't even compare them to the $500 ones on eBay. They're a bit more expensive, but you cannot compare them. And the $500 machines on eBay also don't introduce you to a way to make lots of money yourself. Midnight, it looks like you want to say something. I'm just answering all these questions.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, everyone's like, what about the cheaper ones? What about these ones? What about these ones? I'd just really like to stress, Kangen is a medical grade machine. It's the only one in the world that's medical grade. It produces like 11 different types of pH or something. I don't know. I'm not the geek one here. I just enjoy drinking the water because it does something with the water 11 different times. And you're also investing in a business. Like, there is no ceiling on how much you can make with this business. So if you want to go invest in a $500 machine that isn't medical grade and miss out on the opportunity to make $80K a month for the rest of your life, then by all means go do that. But yeah, that's the thing with Enagic, is you're investing into a business and it is the most incredible machine.
In terms of a few other questions, Trav, absolutely. There's a little like switch and you just go between, it's on your sink after that. And you just twist this thing and it goes either normal tap water, so you can have your hot water or whatever. And then you just flip this thing and it goes into your machine. So it's just that easy. And mine, in terms of the cost, there's a whole lot of options. There's a whole lot of different machines and there's a whole lot of different pricing options. So, yeah,
so I'm just going to say, for Australia, it differs on different countries because the world's weird like that. But for Australia, it is $5,900. But you can take advantage of Enagic's payment plans, which makes it really, really affordable for anyone and everyone. And if you're in it for the business, you can pay it off so quickly as well, like that, like within weeks if you wanted to. So
I think one of the big things for me, sorry to cut you off, is that if a thing that I find really, really helpful is that not only are you getting a medical grade device, which is just so good, but also you are, by simply owning one, that also entitles you to start your own online business, which you can take anywhere, which can pay you more than just about any business that I've ever seen. So the cost might seem, out of context, it might seem a bit pricey. But if you think about it, even if you wanted to set up like the most basic of like coffee carts as your own business, that's like at least 10, 15, 20 grand just to set that up, you know. So if you think about the cost of starting your own business, this is starting your own business for cheaper than that and getting you access to one of the most incredible healing water systems on the planet. Yeah, Lily, we'll send everyone who's interested any more information that you want, so we can send you some stuff about the payment options. There's amazing options. And
I just want to say, while we do have the questions coming in, I did want to open up a question and answer at the end, but I think now is a perfect time. So if you have any questions about Breakaway, H2O Alchemy, our experiences, anything you want to know about the water, anything, just shoot them through now. I think we'll spend like 5 to 10 minutes on that. Yeah.
And that sounds good to me. So just, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat now. That's absolutely perfect. Kath, yeah, we use it in our kettles. So the water, again, because it's microclustered, it penetrates more deeply. I put it in my coffee machine. I put it in my tea. it actually gets more of the antioxidants out of the tea and out of the coffee. It makes the tea and the coffee taste better. We've approached cafes to sell these machines to them because it makes the water and the coffee that they make taste even better. I don't think it works on salty water. I mean, it could, like it would, but it's probably not good for the machine.
I think you might need to get like an added filter for that. So I think
Well, I mean, it depends. Sorry, yeah, go.
I think someone asked about like Thailand and barley water. I know that you have to get an added filter, but a lot of people who are part of Breakaway live in Bali in the most epic houses, and they've all got their Kangen machines set up. So it's completely possible. You just may need like an extra filter.
Yeah, and I think it depends on how salty. Like, I wouldn't put seawater into it. But if your water's like a tiny bit salty, it might be all right. I don't know. And the other thing that I want to say as well, so Katherine, you asked about if I put it on in our kettles. I also want to say we pour it on our plants.
Oh my God, plants.
Mental. They go insane.
Plants.
Yeah, we call it steroids for plants because it's actually almost frustrating how quickly the plants go with Kangen water. It's insane. And it also, I find that very validating. Like, and what I mean by frustrating is like they get so big so quickly that it's like, mate, you're out of control.
We have to propagate, otherwise like we won't be able to live in our house.
Yeah. So that fiddle leaf behind midnight, it grows a whole leaf per week. A whole leaf per week.
Less than a week.
Insane. Oh my God, it's gotten even faster. It's mental. It's just like plants are just like do. Yeah, you should definitely give the water to dogs and pets. Absolutely. Like, why would you not? It's that easy. If you want your pet, if you love your pets, you want them drinking good water instead of, poisony tap water. Yeah, definitely give it a cheer for babies. I think I've seen people say that it makes their dogs' coats like even more glossy and all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, all of it, like everywhere you put Kangen water, it's very easy to see the evidence. Like it just makes things basically better. It makes them feel better, look healthier, grow faster, all of it. It's kind of mental. The different pH levels. So it depends, like there's a few different ranges of like the drinkable water from 7 to 9.5 is like the normal drinking water range. And basically those are just like, some of it is like if you've been drinking normal tap water for a long time, you might not want to go straight to the 9.5 because it can be a bit strong for your system. And also because it penetrates the cells deeply, it actually flushes a lot of stuff out. And some people, when they start drinking Kangen water, feel a little unwell, not because the water's nasty, because it's actually getting all of the toxins out of their body that they've had for a long time. And so Kangen has different like kind of pH levels that you sort of work your way up to. So maybe at the start, you might not drink the 9.5 water, you might start at the 8.5. And you'll use that and you kind of build yourself up. I mean, we drink the 9.5 all day, every day and feel amazing. But yeah, I don't think we started there immediately. Another thing that I want to say quickly, just because this is, I'm not obsessed with cleaning. Some people are. Like I know my mom is insane about cleaning the house. It's just her jam. She just loves it, so power to her. So the Kangen water can produce water that's pH 11.5, so strongly alkaline. That's as alkaline as bleach, except without the harmful chemicals, which is a big deal. And it can also make water that's so acidic that it's pH 2.5, which is as acidic as stomach acid. Now, you don't want to drink that, obviously. However, it demonstrates the power of the machine, and you can take that water and you can do the amount of household uses is insane. There's this post on Breakaway at the moment of this girl who, just to see how good it was, got rid of all of her cleaning products and like fully just cleaned her whole toilet, her sink, her bathtub, her whole everything using just different levels of Kangen water. So you can put it in a spray bottle, spray it on your walls and windows, like the.
Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt. That's another really important thing to point out on. Like, it is sustainable. Like, think of all the plastic you can save on. Like, getting rid of all the chemicals in your house just with this machine. Like, you can clean with it. You can wash your face with it. It comes with a beauty option, and it just like tones your skin, and it's so nice. And you just put that, like, you just turn your tap on, select the beauty water, pour it into a bottle, and like spray it on your face, add whatever oils and stuff to it, and it's just incredible. Like, look at my skin.
Yeah, so there's this beauty water which is pH 6, and that's the same pH as your skin, and the same pH as rainwater. So I'm glad to hear you think we have good skin. It's completely because we drink Kangen water. 100%. And I know that because if, you know, I spent like a week or so and I went somewhere and I didn't bring my machine with me, I started breaking out, I started getting greasy, and like immediately, like, it's just night and day. It helps. But yeah, you can get this beauty water, which is the same pH as your skin, and it's a toner, it's a makeup remover. Your skin loves it. You can put it on like wounds even, like if you have a cut, you can put this beauty water on it and it actually cleans and disinfects it, but also helps it heal even faster. Like, it's just, I feel like I'm making this stuff up sometimes because it's so ridiculous how many things it does.
And we're both people who try what we preach. Like, we're not just going to come and spout something. Like, we fully 100% stand by this. We've been drinking it for over a year now, maybe close to 2 years. And it's been honestly the best thing. Like, my mental health cleared up so bad. I stopped drinking it for about 2 weeks and I couldn't even form a conversation. I couldn't even think. It felt like I had concrete in my.
I think I've lost her, but that's okay. She might come back. But yeah, I feel what she's felt too, where basically.
And that's why we wanted to share it.
You cut out for a little bit midnight, so I started checking over. Yeah, and I found as well myself, you know, when I'm drinking Kangen water, my thoughts are clear, I have energy, and it's very easy, like the negative thoughts, they're easier to get rid of. Whereas when I'm drinking normal tap water, I just kind of go to a darker place more easily and it's harder to get out of it. And it's like, really? Like, it's just water, come on. Yeah, wait, there was one more thing that I wanted to say, but I think I've lost it, and that's okay. Does anyone have any more questions?
Yeah, we'll just answer like a minute's worth, like the questions if there's any. It does light up a light bulb. This is energetically charged. It's that high vibrational. You can light up light bulbs with it. So imagine
yeah, like literally.
Yeah.
There's this video of someone and they get a light bulb and they put the end of it in Kangen water and the light goes on, and you put it in normal water and that doesn't happen. Like, it's legit.
I'll post a video to like our group page so you guys can see, and I'll invite you all if you're not in there.
Yeah. I think like, yeah, there's heavy metals in our tap water and that gets filtered out. There's even, yeah, you know, your chlorines and yeah. But it's not just that, it's also that like our tap water is inert, you know, it sits in huge stagnant lakes for long periods before we drink it, and then it goes through chemical filtration. Like, it's not energized, it's not alive. Whereas if you think about water in its kind of natural state, it's flowing along rocks and canyons, and it's picking up minerals along the way from the environment as it goes through, and you drink that, and that's where, you know, you're getting that kind of transference of all of this stuff that it's picking up, and it's constantly moving, so it's constantly reacting, so it's constantly becoming energized and activated in a river, you know, that's normal water. Whereas we just keep it sitting in stagnant spots, and then we take it through really rigid pipes, and the pipes themselves, our pipes are gross, honestly, it's not okay. I remembered what I wanted to say before, which is sometimes like when I actually start talking about all this stuff and it starts coming out, and I remember just how many insanely good components there are to this water, it makes me just be like, I just wish everyone was drinking this, you know. I just want to like shake people and be like, you should all drink this water. It's so good. And so that's one of the things, that's why I feel really, really great. That's why I feel like I'm in service when I talk about this, because I really am. I like, this is legit. Like, this isn't an act. Like, this water is important. Like, I really believe in it. And I really want everyone to be drinking it because I know how much of an impact it's had on me. Like, it's a really big deal to me.
It literally raises your vibration. Like, as a being, as yourself, as your own health, it raises your vibration, and then that is passed on to people around you. And not only that, like the money that you're making from it and all the incredible people in here, you guys are the ones that need the money, because that is what's going to like change the world, heal the world, whatever you want to call it. Like, this is a way to redistribute the wealth to people who deserve it and who's going to do good with this, like with money. And
who do I want the money to go to? People who want to like live on the land and care for animals and hold retreats and have beautiful connection to people, or people who just want to like have a like bigger bank account or something, you know. Like, you guys you have beautiful dreams, and for you to have money to put into that, to bring them into life, like, I believe in that. That's important. That should happen. That's good work.
And that's what we're here for. That's another thing. A machine, the water comes out most powerful straight out of the tap is when it's at its like prime. But you can leave it sitting for, is it 24 hours or 48 hours? And then it starts
the K8, you've got 5 or 6 days.
Oh, really? Wow. Cool.
Yeah. So it's sort of like, as soon as it goes through the sheets, it's obviously, it's like most activated, right? Like, it's just had all this stuff happened, and then you put it out on the counter, and it starts to react with the air and starts to settle and all that stuff. And so over time, it's going to kind of come down like that. But it's not instant. It's not like as soon as it's out of the device, it's like dead, or you've got a few hours of like, oh, I've got to drink it quick. It's a slow process. It takes 5 or 6 days, you know, before it kind of like loses a lot of its charge and energy. And that's a bit sad for us sometimes, because we have friends come over and we let them fill up their containers and stuff, and we share that water with them. And it's like, you know, it's great. I know that I've given them some great water for a few days, but I know that if they don't have their own machine, it loses some of the power, and you know, they're not getting the full benefit of it. So yeah.
All right, I'm having so much fun on this call. I think everybody else is too, but it's gone over a little bit longer than I would have liked it. I think we've answered a lot of great questions. If you have any more, please let us know. Like, just reach out.
She's gone again. I think it's pretty clear what she's saying. If you have any questions for any of us, you know, just shoot it through. Send me a message, send Midnight a message.
I wanted to wrap up and summarize.
You cut out a bit. Took over. Hello.
Hello. Can you see me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you, I guess, just tell me, like, you know, what are the next steps for people, like, in your vision? You know, we've shared some of this stuff. This isn't even the whole picture. There's even more good things.
Yeah.
We haven't even gone into so much detail on why the business is so special, or like the true earning potential here. This is kind of just a taste and a few elements around one part of why we're excited. So if people are like, hey, this sounds great, maybe they want to know more, or maybe they're like, hey, can I get involved? How do they do that?
Yeah, I just wanted to summarize, like, there's been so much information, and the next steps, I really want you guys to tap into your why you want this freedom of an online income, why you want to build your own business with like no ceiling on how much you make, why you want to help people have access to this incredible water, and why you yourself want this water. Like, really tap into your why. And everybody here sharing your dreams, like, I see this in all of your lives, and Jack and I are here to support you. Like, we really want to be in service and support you all. So the next steps are to watch the web class. I'm pretty sure everybody here has, and then join Breakaway. So I think it's $33 a month. I think that's USD. So your next steps are to join Breakaway, check out all the courses, get a feel for it. You'll get access to the private Facebook groups. You'll also get access to the Mastermind weekly calls. There's one happening on Tuesday where you guys can come join us on there with Breakaway. And yeah, you just get a whole feel, you get access to the whole site. And then you can get on a call with somebody in Breakaway who like really earns a lot of money and ask any questions with them. And then if you want to get your machine, just reach out to Jack. He is the paperwork guru and he can get you set up with your machine. It's really easy and really simple. So just reach out to Jack. I hope that's okay. I can just help you put a go.
That's okay. I mean, it's beautiful, you know.
Yeah, so we're more than happy. So if you're ready to dive in right now and get your machine, just send Jack a message. And you don't have to do Breakaway and the machine. Like if you just want the water, we can hook you up with the water. You don't have to do anything with Breakaway. We're more than happy to help you with the water. But then later on, because you joined with us, then you can get access to Breakaway. So that's all the like tools and the training to take the business to the next step. So
yeah, and Breakaway is something that, you know, if you have access to it, maybe you don't need it, but because you can use it, maybe it might be something that, you know, because the business side is a big deal, as soon as you own the machine, you're also in the business. So maybe you might be talking to someone else and they might like to access Breakaway. Maybe that could be a way that you could serve and help them by giving them access to Breakaway, and you can do that if you sign up through us. So I'm holding my phone, it's a little wobbly because I'm actually just going to jump in and I'm going to get our link. I'm going to put that in our group chat now, if you just give me a minute or so. And I think that should actually, so if you click that link, you'll be able to sign up to Breakaway, and it will actually, you know, you'll be kind of registered with us, sort of thing. Like it knows who kind of sent you there, so you'll be like on our team in Breakaway already, which is really cool. And then yeah, some of you people I'm connected with already, some people I'm not. I'll add everyone from like the Facebook and Instagram messages and connect with you all there. So yeah, you know, if you're like, hey, I've heard enough, I'm ready to get this machine, I'm ready to dive into this business, and I want this, or I'm just even want to hear about some of the payment plans to see how I can get involved. I'll follow up with all of you now, and I'll just, you know, connect to you all. And yeah, you know, we're here to help. Really, like this is the thing that I want to emphasize.
Financing options, like there's so many options involved. Like there was this one girl who really wanted to do this, and like she just knew she had to do it, and she had $16 in her bank account, and she just got fired from her job, and she was able to get a machine. Like there's ways, and we know all of the ways to be able to help you just get started. Just yeah, showing up and getting started is what we're good at doing. I don't know if I'm still cut out.
No, you're good. You're good. I've just put a link into, let me put my camera back there. I've just put a link into the group chat, which you should probably just be able to copy and paste, and that should, I'm 99% sure that that's our Breakaway link. So I'll just double check that now. Oh, no, that is not the Breakaway link, so ignore that one.
It's fine. It's in the Facebook group chat and the IG group chat. So I'll collect everybody and we'll start like a group chat for like questions, payment plans, or just reach out to Jack and I. So yeah, just want to summarize. The next steps are to, if you want your machine, reach out to Jack or myself. If you want to check out the Breakaway Movement platform, click our link, sign up, you get instant access to the courses, you get a call from somebody Breakaway, and you can join us on the mastermind call on Tuesday to get a good feel for it. And yeah, I just would really like to invite you all to tap into your why you want to do this. Like you're already on the path to living your dreams, you're a part of this call. So yeah, the opportunity is yours. You guys just step up and take it. It can be challenging, but it's so rewarding. And yeah,
and I just want to say quickly, like with all of these different resources, there's support for whatever level you're at. You know, if you're early on and you're like trying to feel this out, joining Breakaway is a great place to get involved in the community, see what's possible, feel inspired. Or, you know, if you're ready to just dive in and you have ideas and you want to start being successful in this business or enjoy this water now, you know, whatever level that you're kind of at, there's options there. And, you know, if you're not sure about how to make the money work, we can talk about that too. Like, or if you've got it all and you're ready to go, like, there's so many ways, but really, like, at the end of the day, it's all about, for me, being in service to you, helping you improve your health and your wellness, and also help you create the financial abundance that, you know, we're all talking about wanting, that we all want to believe is possible for us. And, you know, I know that through Breakaway, through Kangen water, that it actually is possible, because I'm seeing it constantly. I'm seeing it in myself. I'm seeing it in all of the people that I am introducing to Breakaway. You know, the money is there. And with that comes the ability to make our dreams come true. And you guys have great dreams. So I think, you know, really my intention for this call was to just really empower people to know that they're actually capable of creating the life that they want, the life that they deserve, that it's actually possible. That's really what I want people to take away from this. That was my intention coming in, was that, you know, I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to feel that this can be done, that you can do it. And if I can help you to do that by introducing to this community, these resources, these products, you know, that's my dream life right there. So I think that's me. I think that's everything that I wanted to say. Midnight's back. Wonderful. I just said my piece. Would you like to close down the space?
I would. All right, guys, just tap.
She's leaving. She's coming in and out. I'll close this down for everybody. So if everyone wants to place their hands in their hearts. Midnight, you're cutting in and out, so I'm going to do this, okay? No, you're good. Try now. I think you're good.
All right, hands on your heart. Inhale, exhale. Okay. Just placing your hands on the heart, taking a deep inhale. Inhaling all the juicy, goodness, inspiring dreams that we've all just shared. And exhaling. Inhaling one more time. And just exhaling, letting go. I'd just like to give a huge thank you to everybody for your time and your energy and your incredible presence. Each and every one of you are just such incredible people. Like, it's an honor to be able to
Again, I think we all knew where she was going with that one. And I agree. It's an honor to be in this call with you all.
so much.
I think I heard that. Guys, the final thing I'd like to do, if everyone would like, could you guys turn your videos on one more time just so we can see all your beautiful faces and just send you, you know, we just want to beam lots of love at you and see you all. Oh my God, there they are. Hello. Oh, you're so beautiful. I'm really so grateful to all of you.
I can't see.
Oh, I'll take some screenshots to send to you.
Yeah, please.
It's so nice to see all of you guys, and, you know, we're here for you. So we look forward to continuing to stay in touch over the next little while. And regardless, I really hope that this call has been really illuminating for you.
Ride those waves of enthusiasm, people.
All right. Thank you again. Thank all of you. Have an amazing day, amazing Easter. Go with all of our love.
I'm going to drink my anti-rust water.
Bye, everybody.